So we have the chapter review question, the case study of kofficesupplies.com. It said Liu Kok-hong is the majority shareholder in Kok-hong Office Supplies Limited. The three other shareholders are family members who all work in the business. The company is based in Cologne and serves the whole of Hong Kong. It delivers a wide range of office supplies, including stationery, office equipment, office furniture, and other office accessories. Lee started the business in 2004 when he operated as a sole trader supplying just stationery. However, in 2009, he invited family members to take a stake in the business and formed Kok-hong Office Supplies Limited, a private limited company. They contributed some capital and the business expanded. So this is office supplies. Over 60,000 items are available for overnight, and the rest of the cases are there. The family is now considering raising more money by going public. Lee wants to expand the business further and needs $200 million. This will be used to develop an online business, build a large distribution center, purchase delivery vehicles to serve the wider South China area, buy stock to supply a complete range of office supplies and accessories. The company also plans to change its name to hkofficesupplies.com as soon as it becomes a public limited company. So the first question says, what is meant by the term private limited company? A private limited company is an incorporated business which raises capital through the sales of shares within friends and family. So the first question says, what is meant by the term private limited company? When we talk about a private limited company, we're talking about a business that is incorporated, which can raise capital through the sales of shares to friends and family. So you can raise capital, yeah, by selling shares, but those shares are private. That means it should be among your friends and family. That's why you call it a private limited company. I think that is clear. The second question says, when Kok-hong Office Supplies Limited was formed, Lee had to produce a memorandum of association. What information would this document contain? When we talk about memorandum of association, it gives important details about the company in terms of the name, the address of the company, the amount of capital that has to be raised. This is what memorandum of association talks about. Is it clear? Good. Question 3. What is the purpose of a prospectus? When I talk about a prospectus is an advertising document that invites potential investors to come and buy shares before flotation. It's an advertising document which invites potential investors to buy shares before flotation. So that's the prospectus. I think it's clear. Then question 4. What does this mean? They said share issue have to be underwritten. What does this mean? This means that there is a chance that some of the shares that are up for sale when going public might not be sold. So it has to be underwritten. That means there are chances that not all the shares that are up for sale when you are going public will be sold. That is underwritten. Is it clear? Yes. The fifth question, you said, why is going public expensive? Why is going public expensive? Yeah, going public would be considered expensive due to the cost involved. You need to pay for advertisement, you need to pay for legal costs, you need to pay for administrative costs, and different charges you have to pay before you can become a public limited company. Even when you want to sell your shares, the company that the banks that will sell your shares for you, you have to give them some commission. So all these are costs for the business. So going public might be considered as expensive. Is it clear? Yeah. Especially when you're not sure that all your shares will be sold. Is it clear? Yeah. Question 6, right? They said, discuss whether Lee should convert his business to public limited company. Make a clear judgment at the end of your evaluation. Here I wrote, since Lee wants to convert his business, so convert his private limited company to a public limited company and raising around $200 million, right? It's unlikely to be raised. You cannot raise $200 million between friends and family. So the best way to raise such huge amount is going public through becoming a public limited company. So that amount of money is huge. So you might not be able to raise it among your friends and family, but selling your shares to the public, you might be able to raise such amount of money. But when you're going public, you should also understand that you have to check the advantages of going public and the disadvantages. Based on the case study, Lee wants to start selling huge or large numbers of stocks. And for you to be able to sell large numbers of stocks, you need to expand. So expanding your business would allow you to exploit economies of scale, purchasing economies of scale. So large numbers of stocks you buy, you'll be buying it at a reduced amount because you'll be getting discounts. So expanding your business from being a private limited company to a public limited company might allow you to enjoy or exploit economies of scale, reduction in your average cost of production. That's an advantage. Another advantage about being a public limited company is that you'll be able to raise more capital to finance the expansion. But it has its own problems too. One of the problems about going public is that Lee and the family and friends might start losing control of the business to outsiders. Because as soon as you go public, your stake reduces. The authority you have reduces. That's the first thing. Another one is that you have to publish your financial statements when you go public. And also, there are strict rules and regulations. There are strict laws that guide the investment of investors. So there are regulations that, where is it? I wrote something here. So I said, taking decision PMs, okay, there are tight regulations. Government wants to protect the money of shareholders, the investment of shareholders. As a result of that, there might be strict regulations. So these are problems about becoming a public limited company. But if you're a private limited company, you don't have any problems, you don't have any dealings with the public. So they are your friends, they are your family, you can always arrange things with you yourself. But when you go public, it is another case entirely. So there are strict regulations to that. Is it clear? Yeah. So that's all about public limited company. We are done with chapter 4, right? Yes.